Hello cricket fans, we are back. I have labelled this stream the run party. Fingers crossed that comes true. You never know. Pushing on with our first class season. Currently averaging 70 in first class cricket, so bloody awesome. Absolutely lovely. Obviously no updates on the selection status. We're playing Wellington and Wellington at the lovely Basin Reserve. We're doing it. We're going for it. We scored a 147 yesterday. Hoping we can continue that form today. Bring it in. Oh, just got to adjust myself in my chair. Bring it home towards the back end of the season. It looks like possibly a grassy pitch here. Yep, hard and grassy. Thanks very much, Wellington. Exactly what I didn't want to see for this, but it's alright. If I go to YouTube, my own channel, and then I do that, and then I turn the volume down because I don't want to hear myself. We're opening the batting with Jeet Raval. Let me just close down Chrome in the background because that's going to eventually cause issues. Right, we're ready. We're good to go. First ball of our innings. Third ball of the match, sorry. Here we go.
Yes. No.
Oh, there's none there. Get back, come on. Couldn't quite get hold of him. Rinse and repeat for that ball.
Yeah.
That's the one. We're away. Yes. Good start. On a no ball too. I just watched the highlights of the India-England test. What the heck has happened to India? Crunching drive that. Just for a second I thought it wasn't going to go. Yeah. India was at 107 in the first innings and not very much in the second. Lost by an innings and a lot. What's going on? They're my second team. Obviously I follow New Zealand. Not religiously anymore, but I do follow New Zealand cricket. Kind of keep an interested eye on them, but India's always been my number 2 team to watch. And they haven't been very impressive in the last couple of tests. They've got to turn it around. They've got so many good players. Kind of sad to see them falling over. Anyway. England's a bloody good team at the moment. And I really like the young bowler. I think he's Curran. I like that guy. Oh, that's a good shot. Have to say though, I'm not a Virat Kohli fan. I mean, he's an awesome batter. One of the best in the world right now, obviously. I just don't like him. I don't know what it is about him. I really like Ashwin. Obviously enjoy watching Dhoni when he was playing. I've just never, and Tendulkar, you can't go wrong with Sachin Tendulkar. But I don't know. I've never liked Kohli. I guess as a person, as a cricketer, he's amazing. Anyway, so there's that. What's sort of promising is that India's fast bowlers will be absolutely loving the English conditions, and they're not looking bad at all. Sharma's getting a bit old now, but he still looks like he's got a few wickets in him. Oof. This guy's going to have a few wickets in him if I play like that. Golly gosh. That is not the way to play here. Especially on a full toss. Come on, I need to get my timing right.
Yep. No.
It's been taking me a little while the last couple of days to get into the rhythm of this game. Sort out my timing. It'll come. Dodgy pitch though, so sooner rather than later would be good for timing this. Definitely a bowler's track.
Yes.
Outfield seems quick though. Man, that raced away. Excuse me. Alright, who have we got here? Fast medium. Focus grasshopper.
Yeah.
Oof. Ugly looking shot. Not a good looking shot at all. Got a tickle in my throat this morning. Last century we scored in this career was my first in the first innings of a match too. Really stoked with the way I batted yesterday. Crisp hitting.
Wait.
Wow, really got a bad cough today. Sitting here talking to myself on the couch probably doesn't help. But it's alright. Well bowled, sir. Jeet Raval is taking all the strike at the minute. Be patient, wait for the right ball. Man, we're getting like the last ball of every over. Oof. I felt that was very late. As soon as I did that, I knew. That shot is not good. I'm trying to play a square drive on the front foot. And every so often the batsman likes to just back away for no reason.
Hold on. Yeah.
Got it nice and square here. Couple at least. Not quite the timing we want. And we've lost Jeet Raval. Wonder if that means I get more strike now.
Yes.
Really starting to feel the effects of the skill points I've put into the control stat. Feel like I've got a lot more say in picking the gaps. Who have we got here? Prestwidge, never heard of him. Left arm orthodox spinner. We've seen off the barrage of quick bowlers. And they've decided it would be smart on this green top to bowl a spinner. on the first day. Whatever, I won't question that. Ouch. How's your ankles?
Yes.
Too full not to have a go at it. Probably only just reached it. Need to keep respecting the bowlers. That guy's shins and ankles are getting an absolute working over. Body on the line. Come on, let's see if we can crunch one somewhere. That'll do. Not going to run for it. Big gap back there.
Yep.
Yeah, as I was saying before, I've put skill points into the control stat. And like, that's a really good example. I chose to pick that gap. Also because I had a lot of time with the shorter ball. Oh, that's found a gap too. It's going to run away. Alright. Grassy pitch. Not scary at all. Especially not when they bowl a spinner. Gonna leave that.
Lovely.
Kind of a lot of static in the keeper's voice then. Gonna leave that too.
Lovely.
Full enough to leave on the angle. This is the field with two guys lined up, square of the wicket. Oh, that is a crunching shot. I do say so myself. Really good over. 14 from it. And we've got a Chinaman, left arm wrist spinner. Leaving that ball first up.
Ooh. Nice one.
Bit sort of slower through the air, a bit more flighty. No need to get out to the first ball. Just have a look. I hope that's the same fielder as the last time. The guy's getting pummeled. Oh, yep. Probably should have made a better decision there. Not smart.
Right on.
That's a misfield. Guy just ran around it. And 50 runs. What a great start to the day. I've been streaming kind of twice a day, and what I'm finding is the earlier I stream, the better I seem to bat. Probably due to my mental fatigue by the end of the day. Little edge there. Speaking of mental fatigue, shouldn't have been swinging the bat at that thing. Yeah, I think evening and night time I'm just not able to focus as much.
Right.
Whereas, what's the time now? It's just about midday now. Leaving that ball. And,
Good ball.
I don't know, I just find it so much easier to bat. Maybe I should have a nap in the evening and then play. Great shot again. Shades of Warner. Yeah. I don't know about that. I've got the little forearms. Warner's a big bloke. There we go. Couple of runs here. Gonna have to run the second one. Oh god. What have I done? What have I done? Took it easy. I think I'm out here. Oh, lucky. Shades of Warner would be if I had a patch of sandpaper stuck on my uniform somewhere. How did I survive that run out? I'll never know. Aggressive. See, look, I'm not playing that aggressively. I'm playing smart shots. I'm still waiting. Case in point, I'm still waiting for the ball to hit. It's not like I'm just hitting everything over the top. Although if he gives me that full toss, you know what's happening. But why wouldn't you hit it through third man when there's a point, a slip, and just nobody else? It's actually the only place I can score runs right now. Anyway, I'll stop babbling on about it. Gotta leave one. There you go. Not as aggressive. Gotta keep focusing.
End of the over. 1,412.
Do I dare talk about how I'm on for a century here? Oh, that is a cruncher. Oh, I thought it was going. I didn't see the man out there. That was silly. Turn into Pujara. I have been known to bat more like Rahul, actually. I don't know if you've seen the very first episode, but there's a heck of a lot of blocking in that. Blocking and leaving. There's that one. I promised you one if he pitched it up. Okay, now I'll accept the Warner comparison. Oh, well fielded. Yeah, thanks. It's hard not to hit them for 6 if there's no outfielder out there. Just a loopy, slow, full toss. Batting partner's getting in on the act as well. Gotta keep respecting the good ball though. No, it's New Zealand actually. This is a Auckland first class match. I'm not a dirty Aussie. I say that tongue in cheek obviously. I've got nothing against Australians, but I'm not a rough ball shining cricketer. Yes, from New Zealand. Yep, that's right. Sitting right now in a very cold Auckland at about midday. Cold and wet day. Let's block that.
End of the over. 1,432.
Yep, I still play cricket over here. I've just started my pre-season training, and I have started an umpiring career as well. I umpire the level just below first class. However, I've given that up for a year or so. Sydney born here but brought up in the States. Oh god. I'm looking at the chat. It's not your fault, it's my fault. I threw away a century, didn't I? There's a guy from your university from New Zealand, but he didn't know who Kane Williamson is. The problem is that cricket really actually isn't our sport. We're a very small country, and it's still dominated by rugby. However, I would have thought most people from New Zealand would know who Kane is.
The left-handed batsman is coming
You want to take offence, but you can't. I missed that bit. It's quite funny. Pakistan, but you're in the States too. Got everyone in the States at the minute. Oh, full toss, first ball, can't capitalise. Pakistan born. Nice. Whereabouts in Pakistan? Some runs. And behind it. Karachi. Okay, cool. Nice. I've played with a few Afghan guys that came through, I think, age group cricket in Pakistan before moving to New Zealand. That's the best thing about all of us, I think. Doesn't matter where we're from. Cricket's such a good thing to bring everybody together. I'm also an absolute cricket tragic, although I don't watch as much cricket as I used to in terms of the international stuff. But if I'm walking past a park in summer and there's a game on, I cannot just keep walking. I have to sit down and watch 10 or 15 overs or whatever. It's funny, when we had the World Cup over here, I was actually wandering around in India for 3 months, and I was often wearing a New Zealand cricket shirt, and I had so many people comparing me to Dan Vittori. It was quite funny. One or two people actually thought I might have been Dan Vittori. There is some resemblance there, and I had longer hair at the time, but never been to a cricket match. That's a sad thing. That is a very sad thing. Yeah, I've got the beard and glasses. I actually look. I can't show you my face in this. But if you get a chance, have a look at my face. That's something close to what I look like. Someone commented yesterday that it looks very much like my Facebook picture. Oh, everyone would love to go to Lord's. I would have loved to have gone to a match in India when I was there. It was the off season though. Been to lots of matches over here. I've also well, that's 4. I've also travelled to watch an India tour in New Zealand. I think we watched 4 matches. It was awesome. But I love test matches the most. And T20, I really don't like it. I think it's killing cricket. That said, if I had the chance and I was in Mumbai or somewhere in India, I would love to have gone to a IPL match. I love how so many people that love cricket love tests still. Gives me some hope. Well bowled. Yeah, one day is a quite sorry, concentrating on the bowling. One day is a quite close to my heart, because I grew up watching one day as at Eden Park. Big Bash. I don't know if I'd want to travel all that way to go to a T20 match in Aussie. Not sure about how I feel about it. I think if I was gonna travel to watch a T20, I'd have to go back to India and watch an IPL match. My wife's from India, so it's kind of easy for us to travel over there. Just haven't had a chance to see one there. Oh, that had to go. That was the ball to hit. I think it would just be a total trip because it's so polite and sort of reserved in New Zealand when you watch. There's a T20 shot. When you watch cricket here. Yes, I've seen that. I've actually got tickets. Wait, do we have tickets to the Pakistan matches?
Yep.
I'll have to check. Are they playing here or in Pakistan? Because I've got tickets to something this year. I know we play Australia in Australia next year. Ah, it's the UAE. Through the Umpiring Association in Auckland, I get free tickets to matches at Eden Park, and I've got some tickets that I'm going to use this summer. But they did too. You're right. They were here earlier on. I can't remember the match we said we were going to go to now. I am going to Melbourne in 2019 for the Boxing Day test with 5 friends, and we're going to go to all 5 days. That should be awesome. I've been to the MCG, but not to a cricket match. That'll be pretty special, I reckon. Ooh, clonk. New helmet, please.
Yeah.
Gonna take the single here. So do you guys play this game at all? Either of you played it? Do you know I don't know the answer to that question?
Yep.
I'm just happily batting away. I think this is third. They're going to bat after us, I believe. I think they put us into bat. Yeah, there you go. So, third, they're going to bat again. I also loved Bradman 17. I had 14 as well.
Yes.
And that's the reason I play with the 2-stick controls on this, because I think by default they changed it in this one and allowed you to select where you want to hit it and then press a button to hit. It's well worth it, and especially now that it's been out for a while, once all the patches have come in and fixed a lot of stuff, I think this is definitely the best one. Probably a smart policy, RBS. Oh god.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's not good to sink all your time into this when you should be doing other things. I'm really lucky. My wife got a new job and is earning way more than I could.
Right on.
And I was made redundant not too long ago, so I just said, can I just stick around the house and cook and clean and everything and just quietly play video games as well? And she was totally okay with that, so we got to switch roles and I get to do this during the day. Colin de Gronholm. Good player. Oh. God, I've got to concentrate on this. Tell you who's a really good player. There's a young Kiwi guy named Glenn Phillips. He's a wicket-keeper batsman. And he is absolutely destructive when he bats. He hasn't really fired that much when he's played for New Zealand. But he's one to watch for the future. I think he'll be great. Yeah, it is a good life for now. It does get a little boring though. And if we decide to have kids, that's obviously going to have to change. Otherwise I'll be playing this in the gutter, because we won't have a house. Oh, you've heard of Glenn Phillips? Yep. I've seen him hit, like, I think one of the fastest centuries I've ever seen at Eden Park number 2 in a game for Auckland, it was just crazy. The ball was flying everywhere. Cool, RBS. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Take care of yourself. And I will enjoy it if I manage to break 3 figures again today like I did yesterday.
Yep, yep.
Gotta respect that. I'm waiting with bated breath. Let me just say, you've piqued my interest. Take 2 here. You're welcome, man. That's a bit sad. I guess I sort of take it for granted.
Right on.
Yeah, I bet it would. I know there's obviously quite a lot of cricket fans in the country, mostly expat, like yourself. But I guess they're so spread out that it's hard to find people to talk to. Thank God for the internet. That's all I can say. In summer, it's pretty cool. There's matches everywhere.
Yep, yep.
Not quite everywhere, but sort of every suburb has its own cricket club, or every couple of suburbs. And there'd be, for the larger clubs, there's at least half a dozen teams. So that's half a dozen parks active every week. I've had days where I'm not umpiring or playing, and I'll go out for lunch with my wife, and there'll be a game across the street or something, and that's my concentration gone. I just have to go and watch for a while. And she just knows. Yeah, thank you. Didn't even sort of notice it. Oh, that's not a good shot. It's a good way to get out. This is good. You're distracting me, so I'm not really thinking about what I've got to lose, I guess. That's a great shot. Crunched it. If I do say so myself. He almost tracked it down. Thank you. In behind. Oh, I should have showed you. That's what I look like in real life. Damn it. Next time I get a cutscene like that, I'll try to remember to show you. That's a big one. Yeah, interesting. The difficulty's on veteran, and the batting is set to hard. So I don't know if I can actually set it harder. I don't think I can change that here. The only other difficulty is legend. Okay, we'll try it. One modifier I'm going to change though. On the batting. I'm going to keep that at 20. The timing of when the ring around the ball appears. Alright, you've talked me into it. Let's try it on legend. And I should probably look at what I'm doing here. Not a very good first ball. If he was bowling that a bit fuller, it would have been pretty sad. There we go. It doesn't get any harder than this, so good luck to me, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I have played this quite a lot. Ah, I keep forgetting to show you that cutscene to show you what I look like. Yeah, it was set pretty hard already. What I find with careers is I usually start a new one after about 4 or 5 seasons in the international stuff, because it just starts to feel all too easy.
Right on. Yep,
Good
yep.
shot. Alright, I'll do exactly what you said.
To 99. Change to full wing. The captain.
Where's my zoom control? There we go. And I think I do that. That is something close to what I look like. So there you go. No wonder all the people in India were telling me I look like Vittori. And I do bat with glasses, just like Vittori does.
Yes.
Crunched. Yeah. A little bit. A little bit. I'm much, much shorter though in real life. Much more of a batsman's stature. I have met him,
Right on.
and he
Yeah.
is quite tall. Sorry, I'm just getting like dozens of texts here. Gotta focus on the game, on the chat, and the text from the wife. There's a strike today. School teachers are on strike, so I hope you can't hear the chanting. Oh god. Gave them a chance.
End of the over. None. 450. Change to full wing. The captain is going to take.
Step forward just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. They're striking for better pay conditions because I think I saw in the news last night that, I mean, we're a first world country, right? But our teachers are paid in the bottom 10 of first world countries. Oh, that is a cruncher. Poor guys. So I know a lot of people that are school teachers, and I know that it's really not an easy job. At least we don't have Trump. God, I'm not going to go there. He's just done so much for
Right on.
the states. He makes it interesting. We kind of do have Trump because he is in our news every day, or at least every second day. I'm out. 2 scores in the 70s and 80s. Can't convert.
The score is now 1,450. The right-handed batsman is coming in.
Just a little lapse in concentration. A ball I could have done so much with. I think we at least won the match. We smashed them. Oh, come on. Good match. Got on the highlights sheet there a couple of times. I'm not a bowler. No. This is a pure opening batsman career. I find the bowling really boring in this. I find once you figure out a good field to bowl to, you can just, and the timing, you get the timing down, you can just bowl the same ball 100 times and wait for the 2 chances you get, and you get the 2 wickets and away you go. Just gets really repetitive. Let's have a look where we're at. Average stayed about the same. Couple of hundreds in each format. Looking pretty good. Selection status, where are we at? Very close to be selected for what I think is Australian first class. Nice, we're looking good. Should we play another game or should we call it there? Must be getting late wherever you are. Let's do another game. Yep, the strike rates are through the roof. That's a pet peeve I have with this. And I think generally I do play a bit more conservative than other YouTubers or streamers I've seen that have played this. Oh, it's 8 PM. So is that East Coast, West Coast? I'm guessing that would be East Coast. I think. I watch a little bit of NFL, so... Oh no, it could be East Coast actually. I keep forgetting it's only midday here. Yeah, alright. I stand corrected. Thank you for that. I do watch NFL when I can, when the season's on, so I know it's off season now. But I'm sort of used to figuring out the US time zones. A little bit anyway. A little bit of a cocky start there. I probably should have defended that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't. It's a little bit embarrassing if I answer that question. You can maybe guess from my response who my team might be. It's the Cleveland Browns. I know. Yeah, I don't pick teams to support based on who's doing well. I picked them in sometime in the 90s when I first played. Not even sure if it was Madden. I got hold of a copy of Madden on, I think, PlayStation, and just decided I liked the Browns. Oh, thanks. Cool. Alright. Good choice. My basketball team is Oklahoma, and that's because, again, in the 90s when I used to play NBA Live or whatever it was at the time, I liked green, so I picked the Sonics. And then when they moved to OKC, I followed them. And now they've got Steven Adams, that's the Kiwi connection. I'll keep following them. But yeah, football, I've always been a Browns fan, and it's always been kind of embarrassing when people ask. Even over here, someone will say, "Oh, you like football?" Like, yep. Who's your team? Oh god, here we go. I'm gonna get a lot of stick. Oh, you're a Detroit fan. Awesome. Gotta love the Pistons. I started watching basketball in the early 90s when the Bulls were... Everybody loved the Bulls. And I picked the Pistons because they were... I didn't pick the Pistons, I guess, but I would prefer the Pistons to win when they played. Can't remember what final series that was. Because they were the bad boys. And just because everyone else liked Chicago. You're right. They've... oh, I forgot to sim there. Detroit's had a few struggles since about the mid-90s. Yep, they were early 90s when they were against Jordan and Pippen and co. When they had, I think it was Lambert and Isaiah Thomas. Good team that, and Rodman was around as well. They had an awesome team in the early 2000s as well with the two Wallaces. Tayshaun Prince was in there for a while as well when he was on form. Some really good teams actually. Chauncey Billups. Oh god, That's an ugly, ugly shot. Chauncey's your guy. Awesome. He's a good dude. Ben Wallace was a beast for a guy that was 6'9",
Right on. Yep.
6'8" or something. Even smaller. Oh, cool. Detroit's your guys. So is your... Did you say your football team, or is your football team the Lions? Excuse me, God. Coughing my lungs out. Big Ben was also... he was insane, you're right, but he was also not so big compared to everybody else. Big in terms of, like, man, he was cut. That guy was just all muscles. Yeah, you did mention that you didn't watch football, sorry. Trying to pay attention to this end of the game. Tell you what though, I would love to go to a football game. That's kind of on my bucket list. Both types of football actually. I'd love to go to English Premier League game, Manchester City. And an American football game would be just absolutely awesome. I had an opportunity to at one point. I've never been to the States, but I was planning a trip at one point and my friend said he'd hook me up with some tickets through his work. But the trip fell through. We're going to have a crack at him here. Just because the opportunity presented itself. Yeah, they do. They do play a game in London each year. That'd be kind of rad, but I think to get the full experience, I'd love to see like San Francisco at home or go to a Cleveland game. Actually, any of the games. Just something special about watching a team play at home. Oh shit. That is not good. Gotta focus. Gotta say, I'm not really feeling much change in the difficulty after putting it up. Just want to see if it's saved it. Where was it? Did I just skip past it? Ah, it's on veteran still. So it says that it's saved, but it must just save for the match. I'll have to change it next time I'm in the main menu. Oh, awesome. That would be so cool to go to a Lions game. Who do they play? Edged. It all counts. Oh, I just closed my chat thing and reopened it. Sorry if you typed something, I might have missed your last message. Who is this guy? Leggy. Gonna leave that.
Oh, nice!
I'll just explain so you know when you get the game, if you get the game. If you leave using the leave button on a spinner, you very often get stumped. There's a bug where you leave the ball and then step out of your crease. So when you leave a spinner, the tip is not to touch anything and just let it go past the bat. Redskins game. Redskins versus Lions, I guess. So that would have been awesome. I would have loved that. I see a couple of years ago the All Blacks played in Chicago. If you ever get a chance, go along. Who's underrated? Tell me. Santner. I agree with that. He is a bloody good bowler. And turning himself into a really good all-rounder too. Late shot. He can hit the ball too, man. Lower in the order. I think he's saved New Zealand a couple of times. The last couple of seasons. He's got us out of a bit of a jam. Yeah, we've been talking about football and basketball for way too long here. Let's bring it back to cricket. Right you are. Oh, it's got to be pitching outside leg, I'd say. Okay, I've got to concentrate a little bit more here because I'm starting to play late. That's better. Okay, since, what? I didn't hit that, surely. Yeah, I have noticed the difference since I've upped the difficulty. Not gonna lie, it's got... the timing window's got a lot smaller. Must stay focused. And I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like the bowling's got better too. What's the story behind that? The Ross Taylor Shoaib thing? I don't know anything about it. I'm not a huge Ross Taylor fan as well. Just because of his attitude around when he was offered the captaincy of New Zealand, and he actually wasn't the right guy for the job and took like 6 months off or something. But I don't actually know the story about Shoaib and Taylor. I'm very curious though. Shoot. Struggle Street. This is good. Thanks for suggesting I up the difficulty. It's at as high as it can go now. But I'm certainly starting to look a lot more average. I'm with you. 2011 World Cup. Okay. Or did he just like smack him around the park and kind of... that was it? Right. Ah, okay. I think I know what you're going to say, but carry on.
Hold on, yeah.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of watching him play in Auckland when he was still quite young, and Wakar was still playing as well. And man, yeah, I knew you were going to say that. When I saw Shoaib and Wakar play, it was terrifyingly fast. It was so hard to even live. We were side on, and man, the ball travelled like I've never seen before. Yeah, Yep, I do remember that now that you mention it. You've jogged my memory. He didn't finish his career though. I mean,
Bye. Yep.
he just had a solid day against some really good bowling, or bowlers that weren't bowling so well. But he was an absolute legend, you are right. He would have been terrifying to face. We have a guy in my cricket team that I play for at the moment, I'm going to play for this season, who bowls about 140k. And that's scary enough for me, so add another 10k at least to that, and you've got Akhtar. He would not be fun to stand in front against. Yeah, he was. That's the thing. Like, I mean, he was already going to retire, so you know, it was going to happen. The other thing is, he was starting, I think, from memory, to get a few injuries. Usually with the quicks, that's the end of it. Unless it's Brett Lee, who just seemed to never get hurt. Shane Bond was the same. Kind of promising start to a career and then hurt himself. All-time favourite cricketer. It's a very good question and very tough to answer. I think I have to go with Richard Hadley. The first sort of... That's a good shot. The first, along with Martin Crowe, the first world-class player that I saw playing for New Zealand. Richard Hadley. Absolutely carried the team for 10 years when I was very young.
Yes.
And that's who I grew up watching in my grandpa's lounge, watching Richard Hadley do his thing. Shane Bond, what could have been? I know, man. He would have been world class regularly if he hadn't just been hurt all the time. You know who else I think would have been a total legend? Still might be, is Amir. What happened to him, or what he did, or whatever you want to call it, it's pretty tragic because he was so promising. He's still got a lot of fire, but I don't feel like he's the same cricketer these days.
Yeah.
I'm 38. 38-year-old kid.
No.
So I was born in 1980. By the time I was 5, I was playing like junior club cricket and watching some of New Zealand's legends, Martin Crowe, Hadley, all those guys. But I didn't really get into watching cricket until sort of the 90s, 92 World Cup, I think. Opening a can of worms with Amir. So much promise. He's still young though. He's going to have a long career, and he's going to have a good career too. And I think people can sort of forgive him and maybe not understand what he did, but understand that he made a mistake and move on. I certainly can anyway. Same with Bancroft. You know, if he comes back, fair enough. He's done his time. Nobody's lived their life without making dumb decisions and stupid mistakes. I think Amir was like 18 or 19 when he did that.
Okay.
That'll be a 6 on Legend difficulty. Amir took 2 wickets for the whole series. Yeah, but tough job being a bowler. sometimes you can bowl really well all day, go past the edge, really hurry the batsman up and just not take wickets, and the guy at the other end might go for more runs but actually get the wickets when it counts. You're right though, he is a little bit hit and miss now. It didn't seem like he used to be like that as well. He used to seem always good for a few wickets.
Right on. Yeah.
Who else have Pakistan got at the moment in terms of bowlers? Another 50 for you. That one's for you, Harris. Thanks for sticking with me. Non-threatening at times, but when he's on, he's amazing. Yep, totally agree with that. He's got the potential to be really dominant against the best batters in the world. Thanks. Is that 3 on the stream? I think it's 350s on the stream. I'd love to kick this one on. Especially now that the difficulty's up. That'll be something to be proud of today, before I go and cook dinner.
Ooh, nice bowling.
Vacuum the house, mop, all that fun stuff. That was the ball, a similar ball that I tried to hit over the top last innings and got myself out. 51 off 70, a little bit grindy, apologies.
Like, yeah.
Lots more playing and missing this this match. Yeah.
Yes.
Smith and Warner and can't get wickets against Zimbabwe B. Go easy on the guy. What was that? 50 partnership. Still laughing at your comment about Zimbabwe about Amir taking wickets against Zimbabwe. Yeah, you too, Harris. Take care, man. Stop by anytime. Happy to chat about anything and everything. Really nice to meet you.
Right on.
Oh, thanks so much, dude. Appreciate it. I'm such a noob at streaming. I've only been doing it for a week, so really appreciate it. No, I don't do Twitter or Facebook or anything. I should probably set that up. I might do. If I do, next time I see you, I'll have it all set up. But like I said, I've only started this last week when I deleted my career accidentally. So yeah, build it up slowly. It's the first cut shot I've played in a long time. I keep forgetting to skip the AI batting. Left arm orthodox. Alright, here we go. Concentrating. Most difficult bowling I find, spinning. Just the change of pace.
Oh, nice.
God, why I keep doing this to myself? It's such an easy ball to leave. Tim Southey entered the attack. I didn't even notice. Must have been bowling for a long time here.
Yes.
Old Tim Southey. I think, based on other careers I've played, he retires in another year or two. Or at least doesn't get selected. I've got to be quicker on that skip button.
Right. Yes.
Time for 2 here. Without too much hassle. Scott Kugelheim. He's kind of a journeyman in real life. He's
Right.
I think played for many years for Auckland. Not quite made it to the next level. Oh, not Auckland, sorry. Jeez. What am I talking about? He's been around. I know he's played a lot for Central. Playing Northern in this thing. I don't know if that's just the team, whoever's created the team has put him in, but...
Yeah.
Couple here. Couple of runs. Nice and easy. I'm so happy Harris suggested changing the difficulty up. I hadn't actually even thought of it. And it does feel slightly more challenging to get the timing right.
Yep.
That is a good cut shot. On top of it. No risk. What day of the match is this? Day 1. 60 overs left. I'd love to get a ton here. Come on.
Yeah.
A little too close to the slips for my liking. But we shall charge on. I need to have a little stamina break sometime soon.
Yeah.
All this running is not conducive to hitting the ball hard. Especially not when he makes a sprint. Gotta find a couple of balls to leave. Here's one. There's 2. Can we go for the hat-trick of good leaves? Sort of can. And that should be enough of my fatigue erased to carry on. Almost up to full. That's good. Here we go. Concentrating, watching the ball. Almost headbutting it. Happy days. Oh, that was going to go. O'Donnell, what are you doing? They really, really need a animation for the non-striker moving.
Yep, yep.
It just happens way too much. Oh well. .73 here. I think 3 scores in a row. Up in the high 50s. It's certainly on. Come on, it's on.
Right on.
Lucky he's wearing pads.
Yes.
Haven't quite timed that, but it might still go. Alrighty, thank God for the fast outfield. Well stopped. The reflexes of a cat. From whoever this bowler is, Kugelin.
Right on.
Southie's starting to slow down, the old man. Getting tired. Pace coming off the ball, so screwing up my timing. And then he bowls a slightly quicker one compared to the last.
Yeah.
Huge edge, it's going to run away for 4. Accept it gratefully and carry on. So, highest score today. Can we find 19 more runs?
Yeah.
That'll help. 17.
Yes.
Gonna take on the fielder here. Good decision in the end. That guy has a terrible arm. I need to know who that is. For reasons. Anton Devsic. Can't throw the ball. Have a go. Have a go. Edging closer now. Man. Okay, so pure fast bowler. Pure quickie. Gotta watch the ball. Keep it together. Don't throw it away now. Sweating on the ledge in difficulty. Come on. 9 runs to get. Spread field. Singles everywhere. That's not the ball to hit. I'm actually nervous. I'm a little bit jumpy and need to just focus here. Good ball to leave. Come on, bring it home. Come on, Ren, you can do this. He's bringing the heat, he's got some wheels. This bloke, Zach Gibson. No, no run. It's alright, we have to be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Round the wicket, Southie. Danger, danger, come on. Considering I'm in the 90s, is that a smart ball to be driving? Probably not. Oh, I thought I had the gap. Damn it. I'm making this tougher than it needs to be, I think. But it's right there at my fingertips, that's the problem. Come on, go the ball. At least 3, if not a 4. So we're on 94 now, I think. One shot away. Or one moment of madness or lack of concentration away. If you're feeling pessimistic.
Yes.
It's driven well. 95. I would love to get through. Just going to double check that it actually saves the difficulty. Yep, it does. Cool. Oh, I've thrown it away. Shit. Ah. Why did I do that? Played down the complete wrong line. 95. First time in the career that I've been out in the 90s. Oh, that hurts. It hurts so bad. Oh man. Just too much to ask to convert it. I waited way too long, and I think I just let it get to my head. I'm going to call it there. We're going to save the match, and when we come back we'll be starting the second innings of this match. What could possibly go wrong, right? That's where we stand at the minute. A 95. Damn it. That would have been a really nice way to end the season, but not to be. So let's cut it there. I will stream probably late tonight my time. Try and start to tap into the Indian brothers and sisters and Pakistanis as well, who are sort of coming home from work at that time. Harris mentioned or asked if I'm on Twitter during the stream, so I will look at that. I do have the Twitter handle Ren, @Ren, which I got when Twitter first started, and I think last time I looked I had about 500 followers from Indonesia or something crazy. I don't know what's going on with that, so I might try and revive that Twitter handle. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching. Big shout out to Harris and RVS as well. Thanks for stopping by today. Really appreciate it. Take care. I'll see you next time.